The Stoic school of philosophy was introduced in Athens in the 3rd century BCE. It proposed that emotions should be avoided in favor of intellect to guide individuals, not by passions, but by calm reason and logic. They coined the term logos. This does not mean that Stoic individuals are deprived of emotions, or that they are like robots. For Stoicism is summed up in the famous words by Epictetus. In life, our first job is this: to divide and distinguish things into 2 categories. External, I cannot control, but the choices I make with regard to them I do control. Where will I find good and bad? In me, in my choices. It's about how we react to situations. The saying goes, where will I find good and bad? In me, in my choices. A perfect example of this is a clip featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's take a look at how Arnold reacts when a lady throws an egg at him.
What about this reaction? You got hit by an egg. What do you think of it?
Well, this guy owes me bacon now. I mean, there's no 2 ways about it, because, I mean, you can't just have eggs without bacon.
What about his reaction? Well, this guy owes me bacon now. I mean, there's no 2 ways about it because, I mean, you can't just have eggs without bacon. An absolutely epic response by the legend himself. Now, Arnold has 2 choices here. He can either get angry, call security, and have the lady kicked out, or he can understand that the lady throwing an egg at him is something that's not in his control. But what is in his control is how he reacts to the situation. After watching that response, I'm sure everybody probably likes Arnold a little bit more, if that's even possible. This was probably one of the best examples of Stoicism in action. You cannot control the externals, like the lady throwing the egg, but you can control your reaction towards it. So, how can we become more stoic? Let's look at some of the traits of Stoics. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't control, and act accordingly. Do you ever worry about what the stock market is doing, the price of oil, what your boss thinks of you, or what your friends think of you? Instead, focus on what is within your power to control, and then act accordingly. Anything else is a waste of time and energy. Just like what happened to Arnold when someone threw an egg, it was completely outside of his control, but his reaction was within his control, and so he acted accordingly. Live in the moment. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Seneca advises us to beware of reliving glory days or returning to some ideal time that has come and gone. It's just a waste of time. Instead, become fully engaged in the present to build a more compelling future. How do you know what to act on in the present moment to move in the direction of your goals? That is what you need to ask yourself. What can you do now to progress further toward your goals? Give it everything you've got. Accept that things to which faith finds you, and love the people with whom faith brings you together, but do so with all of your heart, as Marcus Aurelius said. No situation you find yourself in will be perfect. Challenges will arise, people may betray you, and they may work against your efforts and break your heart. Every person experiences trials in their lifetime, but facing them with quiet strength and discipline, and doing your best, will transform you into a stronger version of yourself. It won't be easy, but it is your duty to personal growth to give it everything you've got. Sometimes that means following your own path. We should not, like sheep, follow the herd of creatures in front of us, making our way where others go, not where we ought to go, as Seneca advises. Well-meaning people like your parents, teachers, and friends may push you to safety because they care about you, but you have a responsibility to pursue your own dreams. Looking back on the things you've accomplished and are most proud of, wasn't there some risk involved? If there was, didn't it add color to your life's experiences? Travel to new places, meet new people, push against your comfort zones, try something different, do something hard to test yourself, do something challenging just for the sake of it, just to push yourself, pursue your own desires, and don't blindly follow the herd. This is your life, not anyone else's. Be strong, lift your head up, and walk your own path. That is what it means to be a Stoic.